We're now in VS Code. You can see here that we have all of our necessary files available to us now that we've cloned our GitHub repo. One of the things that is not included is our environment variables. It's not safe to store environment variables in a GitHub repo, so we just need to add them all back in. First, we're going to right-click in this open space so that we make sure that we create the file at the root level of our project. Then we'll hit New File. We'll do .env for our environment variables. And now I'm going to be providing here the variable names, but I'm not going to be including the actual environment variables themselves because obviously you need to generate them for your own project. The ones that I was using in the boilerplate, they're now all gone, so it's not valid for you to be using them anymore, probably by the time that you see this walkthrough, and so it's up to you to generate your own. These are all the environment variables that we're going to be needing in our project. Fill them out as you can. Database URL is taken from neon.db, and we're going to be using Better-Auth. In this walkthrough, GitHub and Google are used for authentication. We're also going to need to provide an app URL that will be used later on down the line for Stripe. Remember to save your environment variables, and then after that, we're going to open up our console. The first thing that we're going to do is make sure to install all of our packages. In this walkthrough, we're going to be using npm, so the command is npm i-force to install. Remember that we need to use --force, given that we're using shadcn, and there are, as you can see here, some dependencies that haven't been updated to the latest React version. Feel free to use --force. I haven't had any problems with it, but they'll successfully install and you'll be able to continue following this walkthrough. After installing everything, we should make sure that everything works correctly, cloned out of the Git repo. It should, but just in case anything is potentially wrong, potentially with the environment variables, let's check it out now, make sure that we're able to log in, log out, and that everything works. To run this using npm, we're going to type in the command npm run dev, wait for it a little bit to start up, then we switch over to our browser. In our browser, we can go to localhost 3000. If we hit enter, the website loads and we can see our project. It's the same one that we were building in the boilerplate section of the walkthrough. Here we can hit login to be taken to the login page, and I'm just going to real quick go through the process of logging in. And after logging in, we should be able to see the home screen. And here we go. And just to verify sign out works correctly, great, we're taking over the login page. If you had any trouble reproducing my little demonstration there, especially if you just cloned the repo without following me through step by step in the boilerplate, I would check in a couple places, making sure that you are able to set up your Neon database and that you pushed your schema up via Drizzle. And other places to look at would be setting up things properly within Google and GitHub. If you have any additional problems, you can find me on Discord. Link will be in the description to our server where all the people working on this walkthrough are welcome to join, have discussions, work through any problems that you might be having following through this tutorial, or in the YouTube comments down below.